guys, this is Barry from Copper vs Glass, and today we're going to be having a look at a new Android first-person shooter game called Dead Trigger. Now, Dead Trigger is essentially a zombie shooting game. It's 75 pence in the Google Play Store, and I highly recommend you go and pick it up. Now, it is primarily a Tegra-based game, which means that it's going to be very graphically intensive, and it will only run really on the most high-end of smartphones. I'm using a Galaxy S2 here, and we can see in a second why it still looks pretty damn good. So mostly this game is about shooting zombies. There's a few different types of levels, as we can see here, with package levels where you have to go and find some packages. We've got the shield based gameplay, which is protecting levels, and then we've got time based objectives where we have to just survive hordes of zombies. Now, there are of course things like shops and things like that where you have to buy extra equipment to spend real world in-game transactions, but I found for the most part you can actually play this game without spending any extra than you did just on the initial purchase of 75 pence. Now, we're just going to hop into a game now and see what it looks like. Now, first of all, the graphics on this game are pretty good. I think it's probably one of the best first-person shooters I've seen on Android in terms of graphics, and let's have a look and see what we can do. Now, so first of all, you notice the really great particle effects coming in here. Lighting is also very, very good, and the controls are probably the best I've seen on any first-person shooter, especially on the touchscreen. And I'm one of these people that does play first-person shooters on consoles, and I have a bit of a difficulty playing first-person shooters on touchscreens. But for some reason, I'm not sure what they've done differently on this game, but it seems to be very, very intuitive. I can control the character very, very well, and I'm actually controlling this now through my camera screen onto my phone. So I'm not even looking at my touchscreen at the moment, I'm looking at my camera. That just goes to show how good it is and easy to control this game. I can almost do it without looking at the touchscreen at all. So going back to the graphics, you can see they're very nice particle effects with the blood on the screen there. As far as I can tell, the only thing that the non-Tegra devices cannot do at the moment will be things like water effects and reflections. There are some points in the game where you'll see raindrops falling onto the display, and they look very, very nice, but you'll see puddles will just be empty. They won't actually have the particle moving water in the puddle, they'll just be an empty concrete bowl. So I think for the 75 pence that I paid for this, it's pretty worth it, and it's pretty fun. Lots of different types of gameplay. It's again quite casual, as you don't have to really get into it. You can just play quick levels for a couple of minutes and drop out of it. So I think from that perspective it can be quite casual, so you didn't have to waste half an hour really getting into it like some other first person shooters have known to be like. You can see the character models here are pretty good. It's almost, I would say it's almost reaching console level, if I can say that. I'm probably going to get a bit of flack for that, but this is pretty damn good, and you can see the reflection on the gun when I move in and out of sunlight and things like that. It's pretty awesome. So I think I'm going to leave it there, guys, because otherwise I'm going to get too distracted. But essentially, that is Dead Trigger for Android. I believe it's available on iOS as well. 75 pence in the Google Play Store. And yeah, I highly suggest you go and pick it up, especially if you like first-person shooters on your smartphone. I can only imagine what it would look like on a bigger screen, such as a Nexus 7 or an iPad. But yeah, that is Barry from Copper vs Glass, going through Dead Trigger for Android, and I'll catch you guys later.